Our closets are costing us our planet. In 2020, the fashion industry was the second largest global polluter behind oil. To put this into perspective, North Americans alone discarded around 10 million tons of clothing in 2018, 95% of which could have been reused. We lose an estimated $500 billion in value every year because of this waste. Evidently, this is not only an environmental problem, but an economic one as well. Our clothes live very linear life cycles. Materials are cultivated, turned into final products for use, and finally discarded. The issue is that very few clothes are actually circulated back into the value chain. Because of this, there's an alarming amount of usable materials ending up in landfills. Today, clothing is repurposed in two main ways. Recycling involves physically breaking down old textiles into new yarn, either through machinery or chemical solvents. Currently, textile recycling technology is limited and is not able to effectively process a large range of fabrics. Now, due to this, globally only 12% of clothing actually gets recycled. On the other hand, there's upcycling, or taking apart seams and reusing the fabric as is. Now, this is actually an effective solution because there's no real limitation in the types of fabrics that can be upcycled. However, upcycled products are typically made to be one of a kind because it's difficult to standardize the fabrics and inputs used at a larger scale. That's where the Oddity Co. comes in. We solve these challenges by working backwards. By inverting the fashion design process, we are effectively systemizing the way materials are upcycled and made anew at a larger scale. Our first step is doing research and locating the material that is currently sitting idle or is on its way to landfills. Our business relationships set us apart from others, as we work closely with thrift stores and fabric retailers that help us filter and grade materials that we can rescue. Take this Bulgarian cotton mill, for example, one of our most recent collaborations. The factory was shut down in the early 90s, and we've acquired the leftover fabric scraps to turn into cool new pieces. We start designing each unique collection after we found the fabric to use. We utilize virtual sampling software to develop our upcycling techniques and methods, which helps keep cost and waste low. Another way we cut costs is by digitizing our embroidery designs ourselves. In terms of the creative elements to our designs, we like to involve small-scale artists in this process. Not only does this provide a platform to uplift local creatives, but it also ensures our pieces are truly unique and limited edition. This helps add value to our products and sets us apart from competitors. Finally, we release our designs on our online shop, categorizing them based off their style and collection. Since the material we use is truly one of a kind, each design has a short production run. This enables us to preserve the exclusivity of our products, while ensuring we can keep up with fast fashion's rapid style changes. Our goal is to repeat this process and have several small collections released at once. I'd like to emphasize that our business values are rooted in transparency. For this reason, all items listed on our online shop will have a clear material breakdown, so customers know exactly what goes into the making of their clothing. By perfecting these three steps, we are looking to grow our operations and scale. Sustainable fashion is an emerging market. By 2023, it is projected to reach over $8 billion in valuation, and the market looks to grow by double digits in each year, with demand fueled by younger audiences. Studies show that while the traditional fashion industry is currently very concentrated with big brands, this is not the case for this relatively new market. There's a major opportunity for smaller circular fashion brands to effectively enter the industry with minimal competition. In the past, we have earned over $5,000 in revenue through clothing consignment and custom upcycling orders. Although we've pivoted to larger scale upcycling, our experience dealing with vintage materials is aiding us in various ways as we move forward, whether it be knowledge in selling and branding, or even demand projections. Looking into the future, we are now working on releasing our first official collection this summer. So far, we have acquired $3,500 worth of fabric scraps that we will be upcycling. While both the theme and designs are already drafted, we are currently focusing on finishing our pattern development and sampling. Our branding team is also constructing our online shop, which will be added to our site this summer. Within this timeline, we have factored in buffer periods to account for any delays or changes caused by COVID-19. We believe that the way we express ourselves shouldn't be so easily discardable. Hence, sustainable fashion should be the norm. I'm Gurma Hekturna from the Oddity Co., and we're putting the value back into our clothes through large-scale upcycling. Thank you for listening.